Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. We've come back to one of our favourite houses today, Hardwick Hall. It's pretty much on our doorstep, but we're going to do a different kind of vlog today. We're going to focus on the dining room. Entertaining was so important to the Elizabethans, so we're going to throw a spotlight on Elizabethan dining. Upon arrival at Hardwick, guests would typically be announced to Bess. The guests would then be conveyed to her for a formal greeting. The greeting would take place in a designated area, usually the drawing room or some other equally impressive space. They would wait here to be formally received by their hostess. Bess would then make an appearance to welcome them, extending a warm welcome, often engaging in polite conversation. In many cases, the guests would be given a guided tour of the house, with notable features being pointed out, including artworks. Historical aspects would be explained to them. This was a way to show off the house, but also a way to allow them to familiarise themselves with their surroundings. In historical settings such as Hardwick, social etiquette and the reception of guests was a highly structured affair, and it followed specific protocols. The dining room at Hardwick was originally known as the Low Great Chamber. This was to differentiate it from the High Great Chamber on the second floor. The dining room was used by Bess to dine in on a regular basis. It was also used by the upper servants. These were the high-ranking attendants who spent time with Bess. By the start of the 1800s, this room had become the formal dining room, with the larger staterooms on the upper floor becoming used less often. If you were lucky enough to be invited as a guest, you would at meal times be taken to the dining room and positioned in your allocated seat. This would be based on your social status, with the most distinguished guests being seated nearest to their hostess. After being given a guided tour of the house, you would no doubt have covered many hundreds of steps, and you would certainly be ready for the feast that awaited you. You would have enjoyed a superb selection of food. The estate had plentiful supplies of meats, vegetables, fruits and dairy produce. In winter, cured meats, hams and sausages would be included in your menu. The meats on offer would be vast, including beef, veal, pork, lamb, mutton and all manner of poultry. They would also have enjoyed fish dishes including mackerel, herring, trout and salmon. They would be offered a wide selection of these dishes, all flavoured with sauces of the day using pepper, cloves, cinnamon and nutmeg, as well as ginger, saffron, garlic and mustard. Cheeses would be offered at the end of the main course, along with nuts. Sweet dishes were offered in between courses. They would include fruit, honey, pastries rich in butter, biscuits and gingerbreads. Drinks would have been served throughout your meal. They would have included beers and ales, wines, including fortified wine, along with a very popular drink of the day, perry. This was made from fermented pears. As a guest, you would have been entertained after the meal by musicians and sometimes by singers, depending on the importance of the event. If it was summertime, Bess would have taken them up onto the rooftop terrace after the meal to let them see the views and the vastness of her estate. This would reinforce just how wealthy she was. Being a guest at such an event would certainly have been very memorable indeed. You will notice that there are many bedchambers within easy reach of the dining room. In fact, Bess's own bedroom was merely 3 rooms away. These bedrooms would almost certainly have been used by closer family members or by friends visiting. Well guys, we hope you enjoyed that stroll around Hardwick with us today. We really wanted to showcase just how the house was built for entertaining. The rooms lead from one to the other, and the point was to impress people and to entertain them at great expense. So there's some really nice pictures of the china in there with the Cavendish name on, and some close-ups of the furniture, which I hope you'll really appreciate. So once again, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. If you did,
Please give us a like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications of new videos.
thank you so much guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.